Well, wow, what do you say? It's homecoming, and I'm not used to being involved in losses during homecoming. So I guess first and foremost, again, the game of football is played when you don't turn the football over and you don't beat yourself. And give credit to Indiana because they did that. They didn't have the penalties or they didn't turn the football over, and they ended up winning the football game. We can't do those things. We're not a good enough football team, or anybody's a good enough football team to do those things. And it ended up, biting us, and we end up losing a football game.
I heard you talk about those on the radio show, Coach, the big mistakes that hurt. Was there any one of those that stands out to you right now as boy, that was
the fumbles. I thought, of course, both fumbles, Tommy's fumble, and then, of course, DY's fumble. A couple penalties that continue drives. Of course, the one that was called on the sidelines, I think it was called on Michael, and continued that drive early in the first quarter.
Is that just kind of the way it goes when kids are pressing and trying to get momentum turned around?
I don't know. It's not acceptable. And those young men understand that. I mean, they're in there hurting as much as anybody's hurting. They want to win. We want to win. Everybody wants to win in this family. And it's not getting done at the level it needs to get done. So we've got to continue to fight. As I talked to them about doing it, we've got 4 opportunities. We've got to fight, and we've got to continue to, push this program forward, and it's very important. I told those seniors, you've got 4 opportunities left, and we need to make sure that we take one at a time, as we talked about this Indiana game, which next game will be Ohio State, and we've got to get ready and prepared for it.
You talk about moving this program forward in the second year with that staff over there, and they're progressing. They're showing to get better. Is that what you're trying to see from your program, kind of the same kind of progression that Indiana showed?
Yeah, I mean, again, you're looking at some programs that have built some continuity and built and are trying to build a program. That's exactly what we're trying to do. I mean, it's you want it to happen fast. I mean, just like everybody else, you want to be successful as fast as you possibly can. But right now we're not, and we've got to evaluate the things again that we're doing and create things that can help our players be successful and this program be successful.
Special teams was something that you talked about a lot going into the season, and especially some of the the punt return plays.
Yeah, we have not done a very good job on our return game. Now, of course, we're one of the tops in the punt game and in the kickoff coverage game, but our return game has struggled. We're not. We have problems blocking in space. And we've got problems, of course, catching, the 2 blaring punts that Tommy is. And, I just saw the young man. I mean, he's crushed. He said that play caused the game. Well, there's not one play causes a game. And that's what you teach these young men. But it's a number of plays. And, he's just got to be more intelligent on making that decision on when he needs to be going after that ball.
Encouraged by the effectiveness of the run game today?
Yeah, I was proud of the way, that we blocked on the perimeter, that the way the guys ran. I thought Nathan did a good job of reading his keys, on handing the football off or him keeping it himself, because that's a lot of read keys. But it's not a W. So, I mean, you're happy with the things, but you strive in this profession to win, and that's why you do it. And we're trying like heck to win.
Those penalties, people would say a lack of discipline on those. How do you coach that? How do you try and instill that in players?
Well, we had the holding penalties. We had the late hit penalty that'll definitely be discussed and taken care of on Sunday. But again, I think that's just continuing to strive and trying to get the program better. We want our guys running to the ball, but we don't want them tackling out of bounds.
See a whole lot more number 7 at quarterback than you planned to from then?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, we saw him a bunch against Northwestern. You know, I don't know why he played as much as he did, but, you know, he did. He ended up being their quarterback. I thought, you know, defensively, you know, other than the plays, you can't give up those plays on defense because that's what's remembered. The points are what counts. But they held them under 300 yards, the #1 offense in the conference, but it doesn't matter because you gave up 31 points.
There were so many, you know, so much focus in a way on this one because you were at home, and homecoming, you had a bye. I mean, there were a lot of things that would help you get ready for this one, and it didn't work out. How do the kids have enough left in the tank for the last 4?
They have to. I said, I don't think anybody on our football team's a loser, and we're fighters, and we have to fight. I mean, you have no choice but to fight. And, you know, I think we have great kids here, and I think they play hard. You know, that we just have to learn to win and continue to fight and continue to do and work that much harder to achieve a win.
With the run, did you see something in the pregame watching film that you thought you could exploit, or was it for your first couple runs that you decided to keep working it and getting down to the
that was planned, and we just felt that through film study that was some of the things that we could get established.
Do you think the losses are more mental or physical? Like the errors, are they more that they're self-inflicted wounds, or but they're not going with the play call? And what do you think it is?
The loss?
Yeah.
Again, I think it's just you know, not making plays, turning the football over. You know, and the couple of the passes, one was a man coverage, and he dropped his coverage. But you know, it's all of it. I really do believe it's all of it. And when we lose as a team. I'm not going to point fingers at anybody. We lose as a team, and we win as a team. And that's just how I've done it, and it has been very, very successful when I've done it, and that's what we're going to do.
When we got the field goal down in the red zone, did you think of going for it at 4th down at all? I think we were around the 5-yard line.
Yeah, but to get back into the game, we thought that, you know, to cut it so that it became a opportunity for us to cut it to 1 score. That's why we did it, because you knew you had to score anyway later on. So definitely was that.
You had a couple of injuries. Steve Hall went out. Ferguson, how they doing?
We'll see. I mean, we'll see how he did at Steve's shoulder again. You know, I guess that speaks a little bit about Steve Hall and the way he plays, because he's been playing with that shoulder, really, I guess, for 2 years now. And then with Josh, it was more of a hip pointer type deal. I thought Ayula came in and did a good job.
Were there concerns at all about the amount of big hits that Nate took today?
Always is. I don't want Nate to get hit at all, if I can help it when he's in back, especially when he's back in the pocket. You know, now we'll run our quarterback run game, of course, and he's going to get hit in that, but he's at least moving. I don't like when he's back there in the pocket and gets blindsided.
Did he treat the ankle in the 4th quarter?
I'm not sure because he continued to go back in there. It looked like it was the ankle, but you know, Nate went back in there, and that's what Nate does, and I'll find out afterwards to give you an exact answer.
They did have a lot of sacks in this game. Was he holding the ball too long, or was that the offensive line?
A little bit of both. I mean, again, you know, you can't just put your finger on one. There's, as you look at it, we've got to get better in both of those categories of reading our keys, throwing that football when we need to throw it, and then, of course, you know, making sure we protect him better.
How are you doing? I mean,
Awesome. How do I look? Honestly?
You look okay, but I mean, you keep mentioning
I've lost 22 pounds.
Have you?
Yeah. You think I like losing? I haven't been around it. No, I hate it. So, you know, you just continue to go. Plug forward. I've learned a lot. But, no, I don't like losing. Hate it.